Hi everybody and welcome back to the Paperless Movement YouTube channel. I'm Tom Solid and today we will talk about the business behind the paperless movement. This is very exciting, you know. I was creating the videos here on YouTube for 3 years on my own. Now I built up a team thanks to your support, my inner circle members who helped me to further improve the quality and the content of the paperless movement. This is really awesome. Today I will show you why I actually switched from ClickUp to Coda for a specific work stream, my YouTube video work stream. I have a team now of 7 people actually in total, several of them working with me on the YouTube video production process. I had some issues setting this up actually in ClickUp. ClickUp was and still is the tool that I use for my task management in my team. However, I outsourced this work stream into a different tool because it overall increased my efficiency. I will show you in detail how this workstream works. If you want to have actually a detailed look, which takes much longer obviously to explain how all the different features work, there is a mini course available inside my inner circle where I show you all the details how I set this up. You also can get the doc there from Coda as a template for your own process. And without further ado, let's dive into this. So my ultimate goal was actually to set up a work stream where whoever is working on their task right now or on the video sees exactly what to do next. And therefore I wanted to split it, and ClickUp does a great job providing me different views that I can use for the different people to look at. However, when it came to automation, like applying templates, subtasks, you know, I had subtasks that I applied. Let me show you this. These are very old, so some of them are already released, some are not, because I switched to Coda. So I disconnected my single source of truth in this case. So here I can go to the templates and let's see standard YouTube video, right? So I was able to pick this and I had 4 custom fields. I made an automation whenever a video goes from idea to production, it will apply this template. So now you see it applied this template. So I need to record the video, I need to edit the video, I need to upload and schedule the video and then publish the video and create a thumbnail and create blog posts and social media scheduling. So that's one of the old things. So there was no video editor involved yet, but I had already my designer Dennis to make the thumbnails and Lucy to make a blog post out of this. So the thing that really annoyed me is that I have here custom fields for the main task, and in this main task I have a field, for example, for thumbnail attachment. All right. The issue is when subtasks are created and my designer creates the thumbnail, he is actually in the subtask working, and then see, there are the same custom fields inside the subtask. And this is really annoying because sometimes he edited here, sometimes he didn't. I mean, you can write an SOP and so on, but I always try to make it as simple as possible for my people so no mistakes can be done. This could happen to me as well, you know. I'm in this subtask, it just looks exactly like a major task, except the top thing here that indicates that we are in a subtask here, but nothing else indicates this. So this is very confusing. It also comes to commenting. I would comment in here, but it can also happen that we start commenting here in a major task. And this was so confusing that I thought, let's have a look at Coda. I was checking out Coda anyway, and let's build up the workflow this way. So what I actually had before we switched to Coda, and I show you this there, what I had there, I had a process that was going from idea to recording to editing, scheduling, edit approval and release approval, and then to complete. So all that we need to do was moving it forward to the different parts, and automation will kick in and apply the people who are responsible for this. So in Coda it's a bit different. We have docs, and inside these docs we have pages, and in the pages it's more like Notion than it is like ClickUp. So you're building up your custom docs and pages using these applications. And as you can see, Coda now has even dark mode. So this wasn't a thing when I started using it. And when you look here, these are all my ideas, and I have something like expected impact, and all this comes in from a form. So when I open this hidden page here, you see here I have the form, and here I can enter the name, I can pick the tools that I want to talk about, and I make the expected impact on YouTube where I think people will watch it or won't watch it. So I can can make a rough estimation. And as you know, if you're following this YouTube channel, if you're not, make sure that you subscribe to this channel. This channel has different types of videos. So we have the chats, the interviews with the experts, we have the tool review, the tech review, the specials where I have a long form video talking about different productivity methods and things like that. And we have the news section whenever new updates for tools come out. So let's say this is a tool review, that we call it test, and it is another tool, and then I can already add some scripture notes, but I don't need to, and I submit this. So this is now submitted, and I can access this form from any place. And this is actually something that I did already on ClickUp before that. I also had a form. I was able to access this form on any place. Whenever I had an idea about a video, I wrote it into the form and a new database item was created. So when we go to video ideas, you see now here is the test item, and it already ranks it. So I have something like this here, video ideas, low impact, and this is actually already video ideas, high impact. So I could go to low impact and check what else I had there. I say, okay, this is now something that I want to do. All I do here is switch to planning. So it goes away. And now it switched to planning. You see here now test, okay? So what I need to do, it is red and green. It is red, and up there you see it's green. It is red because I want to make some notes before I do this video. So I add some notes, and just by adding the notes I see it becomes green. And this is conditional formatting that I see right here. This is awesome. And how I set this up, you will see in my inner circle where I go in detail into this setup. And then we see the tools. So here you can make some changes. So now that is ready for actually being recorded, because I added the scripts, I have the calendar down there that I can now use in order to pick a date. Okay, so let's pick a random date. As soon as I add this date, it appears here in the calendar. And these are actually different views of the same tables. Now you see it is gone. And this is actually an automation, because there's a rule behind this that I can set up in Coda that actually allows me, whenever this field release date is no longer blank, then change something. And in this case, it changed it from planning to recording. Again, all the rules and how I set up these rules you can see inside the inner circle. There's a mini course about Coda and how I set up all this stuff, and there I show you how I set up the rules and everything in this work stream. I switch to video recording here, and you see it appeared right here. Okay, you see another video where I say don't use the Coda app, do this instead. This is actually another downside of Coda. It is the app that is available for Coda, which is very basic, and I prefer to rather use the web version on my iPhone and iPad instead of using the app of Coda. This is something that I wanted to talk about in this video. But now let's stick to this. So here's the video that we want to record, and now I start the recording. Once I recorded this, I just open up the Dropbox folder here. I save it here in the source material and so on. So I will create this folder. I will copy the Dropbox link and then edit here that this is now the working folder where everything is available, the video recording that I have done. And there also the final result will be there, and the thumbnail and everything. So this is the single source of truth for this specific task. So now you see this button here became clickable. So this is not clickable. Again, there's another rule behind this. Whenever this is empty, make this not clickable. So I make sure that I actually add this link before I go to record it. So this makes it again easy to move people through the process. I said record it and it's gone. And this switches to editing, and now we're in the editing mode. And you see here I have Clément and Justina. Those are two video editors doing different things. Justina from Purple Square production, actually, she is doing the interview editing, and Clément is doing the review editing. This is what happens here. Now you just saw Clément was applied here, assigned for the video edits, and here TN for thumbnail. Dennis, my designer, is applied to do the thumbnails. And now they get a notification that there's a new editing for them. And this is actually the only space they see and work on. That was the plan. And this is one of the downsides of Coda, that I cannot give access to different pages like I can do in Notion. You only can give overall access to docs. It would be much easier if I say, okay, look, This is your working stream. Whenever you look into this is what you have to do. Okay, so now they start working on this, and he can say now, okay, the video edit is finished. The designer also sets the thumbnail is finished. You see, send for approval becomes clickable. So these are the two different things that my people have to do, and then they can send it for approval. Here they have the video folder. So this button actually is the link to the Dropbox folder that I just added here. You see up there Lunar Task, and here's the folder, and my designer added now the thumbnail in here, and it is there. Okay, so now that he finished adding the thumbnail, he is unassigned from the task, the designer, because he no longer needs to work on this. And the responsible person behind this is, that's another thing that I talk in my inner circle about. I talk a lot about conventions, how to set up the workflows before you actually use a tool. And this is one of the things that you need to do. Make people in your team or yourself for different things accountable and responsible. Okay, so there are differences. So Clément, my video editor, is accountable for the video edit to provide the final product. And Dennis, my designer, he's responsible for creating the thumbnail. So this means Clément is not creating the thumbnail, but he will ensure that Dennis actually finishes his thumbnail before they send it to me for approval. So if Dennis doesn't click off that he created a thumbnail, this button won't be clickable for Clément. That was the idea behind this. So he clicks now send for approval, and this is gone. And here we have the for approval process. And now you see down here, this is actually the test section, and we see two things that are still here that I forgot to finish in here, but it is no problem. It's already published, as you saw on YouTube, but you will see in a moment what all this means. So you see here, I cannot reject the approval. Why? It's another field that is missing because I need to add some comments. If I don't do this, I cannot reject it, because no point rejecting it without letting my video editor know why to reject this. So I will add now a random comment. And as soon as I do this, you see the button for reject becomes available. I can click it here or I can click it here, and it goes back to video editing. And now to indicate that this is the first request, and we have a rule there that we only have one approval loop. So, you know, something changed, the video editor fixes it, and then it's done, you know. It's the 80% rule. We need to stay in time and we need to go ahead with the new videos. This is another thing that we have in the SOP down here. Video production SOP, we have all the details in here and all this. For this, it stays in here, and now he sees, okay, there is actually information what to do. He can open up the file and he sees now the comments, what I need to do. The good thing is that you can open up this further, and now you can even write down, you know, in more detail what to do. You can also make bullets and so on. Now he makes the changes, he ticks off the box, and he sends it again for approval. Okay. And now it is an approval again here, and I see this needs edit button is there. This tells me now that I was already going through this loop one time. If we have a whole list of videos, I might get confused. I don't no longer know, did I send it already back or not? This way I know it already. I can open up the folder here, watch the video, see if it is fine, and then I can say, okay, schedule this. When I click schedule, it will go to video publishing section to Lila. Lila is my social media manager. She will ensure now to upload this to YouTube, makes the title, the description, and all this related to this. Now she creates also the nice chapters for you guys, so it's easy for you to navigate through this, and see it's automatically applied to Lila. So Lila now knows that this is there. Once she uploaded it to YouTube, she will just add the YouTube link in here. And what this does, you see, it pulls the information from YouTube. But this also means when I hover over this, it gives me all the information of this video released, even the video. I can watch it. Just by clicking it, I can watch the video now here. I can go to the video, I can go to my YouTube channel. All this information is pulled in by simply adding the video URL. And this is the big difference between Notion and Coda. You saw all the automations that I could set up there. You saw now something like this, and there's so much more to come to Coda. So now she can actually send it to for approval, and now it is here in my approval process again. See, it is ready. I see here that she added the video link, so this means it is ready for publishing. She will unlist the video so I can review all this, and either I will send it to schedule again, or I will publish it. And I published this and now it's gone and it's now in the published video section here. See, this is the video that we just published and we open this up. You see here the task name is test. That's the one we did here and it's there. And this way, by having it in this database, I have some things like going to the main site here and see something like this. Okay. So I have the list of all the videos that we published so far using Coda. If you go to YouTube, you see exactly that we just published this interview with Nadine. I was talking about Lunar Task, how I use drafts and so on and so forth. Okay, if you think this was interesting, make sure that you hop over to your Inner Circle section. There's the mini course where I show you exactly how I set up this work stream. And while I still will go back to ClickUp for other processes and for other tasks, I will explain in another video, and why it makes total sense that we have actually two tools working next to each other for different work streams. You will find out if you join my Inner Circle and you go through the iCore framework that I teach in there. You will completely understand why I did this decision here, that I use Coda for this specific work stream here. All right, if you like this video and you maybe want to create YouTube, you know, this was a process for creating videos on YouTube, but you can apply this to your own processes as well. So if you're interested in this, make sure that you subscribe to this channel, give it a thumbs up and share it with your friends, and I'll catch you up next time.